guys, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on making my potato rutabaga turnip soup. So I thought that since I was going to be doing all this work, I might as well make it into a video. So with no further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so for ingredients for the soup, you're going to need, well, I'm making a huge amount of soup because it's so easily freezable. And we will eat this soup for days and days. We love this soup. So we're doing 10 pounds of potatoes. We're frying up 4 pounds of bacon to crumple up and use as bacon bits in the soup as you eat it. 1 large rutabaga, 3 turnips. I have 2 packages of chopped baby spinach. These are a pound a piece. You need a bunch of celery, 3 yellow onions. I'm cheating today because I didn't feel like prepping carrots, so I'm using pre-sliced carrots. Good thing I only need 1 bag of them because that bag's bad. And then I have a pound of tofu that I cut into small cubes. So with that, I am going to pause. I'm going to prep all the vegetables and then I will be right back. And we're back. So I have got everything all prepared, all cut up. I have 10 pounds of potatoes, my large rutabaga, the 3 turnips, the 3 onions. I have cut the tofu into small pieces and am soaking it in chicken broth to absorb the flavor. And I've got the carrot pieces, the celery, the spices, and that's where we're gonna go from here. So from here, we'll take the big pot first and dump in half the rutabaga, half of the onion, half of the turnip, reach over here, grab half the celery, and maybe a little more than half because this is bigger of the 2 pots, and half the carrots. From there, we're going to add in the potatoes, if I can do this without making an absolute mess. Okay. And there's the potatoes. The tofu, the spinach, the cheese, and the half and half all go in after this is all cooked. So that's pan number 1. So we're going to put in our seasonings. I have pink Himalayan salt, I have chopped garlic, I have black pepper. I know this looks like a lot, but that all goes in. And then I'll make another cut for the next pot. So after I've added all of that, this is what's left of the chicken broth from the tofu. This all cooks in chicken broth. There's one. Oh, I need to shake this before I open it. Here's two. Recycle. I missed the recycle. And yes, I go through a lot of chicken broth in this house. I make a lot of soups. And this, I have to be honest, is absolutely my favorite. And I will be right back as I put everything together for the next pot. Okay, now, welcome to my stove. This is half and half for after everything is cooked. For now, we need to turn these to 7 to get them started. These are going to take quite a while to cook. So, I'll give these a quick stir. Hopefully you can see all the seasoning in there. There's so, oh, it's not even cooking yet and it already smells delicious. Alright, now I will leave this be, and when I come back, it'll be presto magic time to use the stick blender. Okay, now we're back. So I have made sure that this is all boiled off and ready to go. So the next step is to use a stick blender. For the longest time I was using just my hand mixer, but this works so much better. So use your stick blender and go in and get everything all pureed. I don't puree it till it's completely done because we still like a little bit of texture in our soup. But I try to do a lot of it. Because you don't want any great big chunks. And I know it's a little darker than regular potato soup, but that's because of the rutabagas and because I've ground up all the carrots in here too. So that's pot 1. Then I just move over here to pot 2. And do the same thing. And it goes pretty quick. I mean, these vegetables have all been cooked to about the consistency you would do if you were cooking potatoes down to be mashed potatoes. So they're pretty well ready to be broken down. The rutabagas take the longest, so that's the vegetable you want to make sure that you check when you're checking your vegetables for doneness. Because the rutabagas are so much harder than the potatoes or the turnips. And Bear's coming in because he's convinced I've dropped something for him to eat, which I haven't. Alright, now those are nice and thick. You can see how thick by how it coats the stick blender. And then we move on to the next step. So, for the next step, you want to take your tofu. Half of it goes in here. The rest of it goes in here. And then we move on to the half and half. So you want to make sure that you have room because you still have to add the spinach and the cheese. But one pot is most definitely bigger than the other and requires more half and half than the other does. There we go. Extra hands. Could I use your assistance? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, you want to get that half and half all stirred in. Really lightens up the soup. Oh. And I wish I had smell-o-vision. This smells so good, you guys. I wish you could smell it. Alright, now I want to add spinach because everything's better with color. Okay, that is it for the spinach. And get that all stirred in. Uh-oh, this spinach wasn't all thawed. There we go. Make sure you break up any lumps so it's mixed completely in evenly. Oh, can you see that spinach? That adds some beautiful color. You can just see the tofu in there. Now don't forget, I've had that tofu soaking in chicken stock to absorb some of the flavor. And this potato soup is always much better the next day. No, don't get me wrong. We're going to eat some potato soup today. But it's better the next day once the tofu's had a chance to absorb more of the flavor. And last but not least, we have 2 pounds of shredded, I'm using Fiesta blend. I usually use Colby Jack, but you want to make sure you get this spread out and mixed in, otherwise you're going to have big gloopy glops of cheese in there. You don't want that. You want it to be all broken up nice and even so the cheese spreads throughout all the soup. Now, if you didn't want to use spinach in this and you still wanted to get some nice green color, this soup is absolutely excellent with broccoli in it. I do it both ways. We just went with spinach this time, but a lot of times if we don't have spinach in the freezer, we do have broccoli. So we are never without a green veggie for the soup. And we are done. So next thing I will do, thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome again.
Is I will find my ladle, which, oh, Rob's got sitting right here for me. Let's do this one first. Scoop out a nice bowl of cheesy potato soup. And the best way to serve this, just like that, and then take some of this bacon that my husband worked so hard to fry up and just crumble it right over the top. And I will be right back with you in just a second. Okay, and we're back. Wouldn't be much of a food video if we didn't taste test our own food. It's not that hot. No, I'm waiting for you to taste it. Who's gonna tell me what it tastes like? Because I always think it's good. Yeah. It's cheesy.
Yeah, like me. No, that's good.
You are cheesy.
That's good.
But I love you.
Oops. Here it comes.
Here comes what? Oh, the pepper?
The other bite. Not crazy.
So the pot that I just took this out of, I'll confess, I made a mistake, and this was the smaller of the two pots, and I dumped too much pepper in this pot.
Yeah, well, sometimes there's not really too much.
Oh, that's a lot of pepper.
And then other times there's like, oh my God, Rob, you better down. You better put some of the big one because it's not so bad.
Yeah, when we go to store this, we'll combine the two pots. So that this one's not quite as peppery. But oh, you guys, it is absolutely delicious. So, thank you again for coming along on yet another video journey with us. I really hope you enjoyed it. Because I love making videos doing what I enjoy doing. And I enjoy this. I don't cook a whole lot.
No.
Rob does most of the cooking. But like I said, there's a few things that I cook. And this is... this one's my invention. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is potato, rutabaga, turnip, cheesy spinach soup with tofu.
Tofu, which adds a nice little.
Yeah, the protein's nice.
Yeah.
So.
Like you said, the tofu soaks up the rest of the flavors.
Yes.
So.
Never thought I'd like tofu, but I like it in this soup.
I like it as long as it's mixed with something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't know we liked tofu until we had hot and sour soup. Hot and sour soup.
But anyway.
Those are expensive ingredients.
Yeah, they are.
We're gonna have to get some, but.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's our video for today. We will see you soon. Bye.
Later, YouTube.